I'm Christine Persichetti. When you enter St. Adalbert's Friary in Elmhurst, Queens, you're greeted by Linda Gatti. At least for the last quarter century, Linda is the parish secretary, but her skills go beyond what she does at her desk. Tonight, she's the pulse of the parish. St. Adalbert's in Elmhurst was the first Polish parish in Queens, but when it was founded in 1892, it was a little wooden church.
Very soon, other people started to come to the church. Irish, Italians, Germans saw the church was full and they realized they need to look for a new spot to build a larger church.
The larger church just down the block was completed in 1947 and to this day still has a large Polish population. But the pastor, Father Miroslav Podimniak, or Father Mirek as he's called, who is a Franciscan friar from Poland, says in recent years Filipino families have brought new life to the parish.
They brought their traditions, their heritage, and other people, Polish including Irish, everybody is amazed with the beauty of their traditions, their faith, deep faith.
A deep faith they all have in common, forming a tight-knit parish, he says, filled with people ready to help.
Good afternoon, St. Adalbert's.
People like Linda Gatti. Linda's been the secretary here for 24 years.
You have to wear different hats. I'm secretary to all the friars here, whatever they need. Parish records, parish masses to be taken in. The record books have to be kept up.
Linda is also in charge of the bulletin and the church website, making sure parishioners are kept up to date on everything happening in the parish. A parishioner herself for the last 40 years, Linda says she enjoys her job.
It's a family. The Franciscan friars are more like family to you. They're down to earth. They help you with anything. The parish, the people, becomes a family. You come to Sunday Mass, and it's like you know everybody, and everybody, knows about you, and they ask you about this and that. Did you have lunch ready? Okay.
Today, she's asking the questions to the counselors she hired for St. Adalbert's summer camp. Linda volunteers as one of the directors of the camp. She starts planning for it in February, but says seeing the kids smiling and having fun makes all the work worth it.
I am really blessed of having such a dedicated person who helps us on daily basis, sometimes on weekends, in the summer months. So we are really blessed with Linda.
Father Mirek calls her his right hand. Linda says she's just living out her faith.
It comes to giving back. The more you give, the more you get. The more you give, the more satisfied you are. And it keeps you happy inside.
So now you know Linda Gatti from St. Adalbert's and how she makes up the pulse of the parish. Franciscan friars have been serving St. Adalbert's Parish for the past 127 years. The parish was entrusted to the order just 4 years after it was founded. Do you know someone who is the pulse of their parish? Email us their story at newstips@desalesmedia.org or call our 24-hour number 718-517-3122. Turning now to some troubling news out of Middle Village, Queens. A crossing guard was struck from behind while escorting children from a Catholic academy. The incident happened after school on Tuesday on Elliott Avenue by 71st Street. That's at Our Lady of Hope Academy. Officers found the 63-year-old woman with trauma to the head. She was taken by EMS to a local hospital. She is in critical but stable condition. The driver was arrested and charged with reckless endangerment and DWI. For continuing coverage of this incident as it develops, be sure to go to thetablet.org. At a Brooklyn Catholic school, Bishop Robert Brennan was on hand to install a new president. The Mass at Brooklyn Jesuit Prep on Friday was the official welcome for President James Kennedy, who began his new job in July. The East Flatbush Middle School serves low-income families of different races and faiths. Parents of the 5th through 8th graders are only asked to pay $75 per month. The rest of their tuition is subsidized. During his visit, Bishop Brennan got a tour of the school and found out from their new president that 100% of last year's graduates are now attending a Catholic high school. New York Cardinal Timothy Dolan says he's been trying to reach President Biden about the migrant crisis, but he says the president has been ignoring his calls. In an interview with the New York Post, the shepherd of the Archdiocese of New York said the city cannot handle all the migrants currently coming in and that it's a, quote, American problem. While he hasn't been able to reach President Biden, Cardinal Dolan has spoken with New York Governor Kathy Hochul, but he says he hasn't gotten too much consolation from her on the crisis. The Archdiocese has lent the city 10 facilities to help house the newcomers. Catholic Charities has also stepped in to assist the migrants with their needs. Cardinal Dolan's complaints come as Governor Hochul announced that help is on the way, at least some help. 150 more members of the New York National Guard were deployed on Monday. They'll help migrants file paperwork and gain legal work status. The new deployment means 250 members are now working on migrant case management. There are 2,200 members of the Guard working to solve the crisis in total. And finally tonight, thousands are set to head to Washington this weekend for the first ever Dominican Rosary pilgrimage. Faithful from all over the nation will join the Dominican friars this Saturday at the Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception as part of what has been an initiative to revive the tradition of praying the Rosary. The journey began back in January when the friars began a 9-month novena in honor of the time Mary carried Jesus in her womb. That novena will culminate this Saturday when the faithful pray for our country and grow closer to Christ through his mother. Father Paul Kern, a spokesperson for the pilgrimage, says the initiative was a response to Mary's repeated call to pray the Rosary.
We were inspired, particularly for this Dominican Rosary pilgrimage, by something that the Dominicans do in Lourdes, France every year. And that's sort of a response to Our Lady's repeated call as she has appeared to several visionaries, in Fatima, Lourdes, elsewhere, calling for us to pray the Rosary regularly.
If you can't make the pilgrimage in person, you can also live stream the event. Just go to rosarypilgrimage.org. Information on how to either attend in person or watch it online will be right there on the homepage. That is this Currents News Update. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us because we are putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time.